Hello everyone. How are you? So, Sushyant is building a decentralized proper network so that anyone can build blockchain application applications and infrastructure secured by cryptographic truth not trust and 200,000 total prize pool. Participate is 22,076. Registration complete task to share 200,000 proof prize pool. First future trade pool 100,000 proof. Total tokens 100,000 store. Individual share limit 20 pro. Complete task and share prize pool. Login and participate. Complete task. First futures trading volume 5,000 USDT. Trade 5,000 USDT in any future contract to earn 20 proof. Activity rules after joining Gate. If user have not any contract trading, the first contract trading volume of any token 5,000 USDT will receive a fixed reward of 20 proof or in a first come first basis. The total price pool is 100,000 crores. Future trading to share 100,000 crores. Total tokens 100,000 crores and individual share limit 80 crores. Complete task and share price pool. Login and participate. Proof future trading mission 3,000 USDT. Tier 2 proof futures trading mission 50,000 USDT. Tier 3 proof futures trading mission 80,000 USDT. Climb up to 80 proof. Reward will be distributed on 2025 9 for the actual arrival time. Shell private activity rules during the event. User with the futures trading volume 3,000 USDT proof can receive candies up to a maximum of 9 candies and share in the future trading volume is equal to open interest plus close interest. Okay, prove the world software. The best teams trust Solution to power their critical infrastructure, including uh, Polygon, Cluster, Avail, and more. The infrastructure for the provided economy. Solution makes zero knowledge easy and secure, making zero knowledge proofs and accessible of any developer's foundational technology. The world fastest production ready of ZKVM for developers, proven network, the world most efficient. The world fastest production ready ZKVM for developers, proven network, the world most efficient, robust proving cluster solutions, OP solution enjoy one whole stage is and cost effective, providing for your OP stack roll up. OP Sucient Light experience one day finally of stage one faster, simpler, and more capital efficient dispute resolution. Start building with zero knowledge proofs. Okay, installation SP1 currently runs on and macOS. Use our installation guide to get set up on your computer. Project template. Use our out of the box template for getting started with your first SP1 project. Quick start guide. Learn how to create a simple uh, Fibonacci program using the SP1 ZKVM integrations vector implant, implantation of zero knowledge proof for vectors aware data bridge and SP1 breadth Gaussian processor minimal of generating zero knowledge proofs of EVM block execution using Reth Helios. Helios generates zero knowledge proof of Ethereum continuous and state okay, implantation of zero knowledge proof secures for blockstream of and bridge and SP1 okay ecosystem making zero knowledge the Susient ecosystem, the best teams in crypto are building with Susient's market leading ZKVMR and proven network joint team like Clastia, Awile, and Bone. Okay, research announcements. Then joins the Susient proven network. Uh, then is joined Susient proven network as a multi-node cluster prover. Then is an infrastructure provider is node operation is hardware powered by N-Chain Open Labs. The recently collaborated with Sushan is an FPGA of SP1 and improved SP1 20x over traditional CPU. Their deep technical mm, expertise in ZK, they will bring their extensive experiences hardware and running hundreds of GPU GPUs is production to the network by bidding in competitive for proofs the Zen prover. will provide critical infrastructure to our consumers. Zen network FBGA will also benefit the network in the long run by reducing providing probing costs for our users. FPGA can be much cheaper than full GPUs or even on-premise clusters. FPGA will act as a lead into a ZK proving ASIC that can encode proof system in Cilion. The network is now composed of some of the most respected prover team in the world. We are well in our way to realizing in the vision is creating the world of largest providing culture. The vote of confidence given by team like Zan will ZK worldwide. Introducing introducing SP1CC, unleashing the full power of the EVM solution and supercharging the EVM with the new ZK SP1 contract call. With SP1CC, developers get ZK that makes Ethereum more future complete or programmable than ever, exceeding the of, uh, of the EVM. The EVM is the most widely adopted smart contract platform, securing our 100 BDOLars in assets across multiple chains. However, it comes with core limitation, no access to historical state. Smart contract can only access the current value of a storage slot. Tracking historical data requires expensive SS uh, operation, store operations, and bespoke logic, adding development time, gas constraints. Developers want to build rich compute heavy applications, however, high gas cost and a fixed gas limit for simple, simpler, less capable design. Smart contracts are designed to be upgrades are costly unless specific design patterns are implemented upfront. Overhead that many can afford. These contracts are designed to Ethereum performance of decentralization, but they make it hard build and maintain on-chain application. SP1CC enables developers to break free from these limitations. SP1CC unleashes the EVM. SP1 introduce a new compute for the EVM read in guest historical blockchain state, i.e., storage event at any block, compute, execute, solidity logic, off-chain, no gas limit, fully submit a single ZK proof on-chain to prove the computation was executed recently. This model makes EVM introspective, scalable, and programmable without charging a line of L1 code. The table below outlines of change proof developers state access vanilla EVM only current block with SP1CC any block since March 2023 gas limit 30 million gas soon to be similar due to 7,983 unlimited cost varies based on gas price and scales with gas use. And with SP1 double C fixed 21 210K gas for verification, offerable proof generation cost, upgrades, vanilla EVM, migration or proxy, contract patterns, and with SP1 fixed 21 stand contracts trustfully, input data current state and historical state plus multi-block plus event and plus car data. How to build with SP1. SP1 comes with three is assessing of computing our on-chain data, contract call at any historical block, read storage, estimate logic number, actual state change, create uh, deploy contracts and execute them off-chain. No chain transaction needed. This lets you simulate contract logic, read storage, and compose complex behaviors by calling into their contracts. Since execution happens off-chain, there are no gas limits. Your program can be as compute heavy as needed. uh, Query and filter logs across blocks, access data that's normally incredible in the EVM. With these rebuilding uh, building blocks, a range of emergent applications are now possible. Leading teams are building with SP1 double C. Teams like are already using SP1CC. EGNDA uses SP1CC to prove that its data is blocked off widespread attention before SP1CC, verifying a KZG commitment for every group directly on chain was expensive. By integrating SP1CC on-chain compute limits complex block verification now uh, runs off-chain with a single sufficient proof verified on-chain. Moreover, with SP1 aggregation layer, multiple loops can be proven at a flat practicable cost extend to the EVM with a universe of new applications. With SP1CC, developers can transform their blockchain application while keeping their business logic in solidity. Here's a picture of what are now possible. On-chain governance without migration, the best practice of deploying ERC20s is now ensure that they not upgradable. Otherwise, the contract can be modified or introduced bugs of, but this comes at a cost. Order token can't add new features of governance functionally without a full migration are costly and over that requires a user of their old token and climb new one. Okay, with SP1 double C governance can be upgraded. Developers can snapshot token, balance it and block verify often signatures compute vote where's by staff, defy position etc and prove the result. On-chain teams no longer need proxy contracts and lengthy state migration with a new contract driven deployment. Defy uh, oracles without checkpointing. Today, teams can calculate of token TWAP time weighted average price by coining any unswiped V2 and V3 AMM pool. However, because their design relies on an to track failure prices, developer must integrate two checkpoint transaction to this creates a developers experience with SP1CC. Developers can use call to fetch price data and any historical block without complex logic. More advanced functionally, it also possible a team could compute on-chain ETF with no centralized or acre of smart contract chains compute by using kind of multiple poles at various block heights, improved security disclosure via proof of exploit. And today, White has disclosed smart contract to privately sharing the exploit with a team. The team is responsible for re- reproducing the bug, a slow process that risks leaking with SP1CC script and call functionally. White hats can simulate attacks and prove the smart contract with a single Z proof. The process is much safer as does not reveal the underlying exploit. Transparent of verify, verifiable airdrops. Airdrops currently the scripts and centralized indexes. User must trust that the team ran the selection logic correctly. With SP1CC, developers can design verifiable airdrop with transparent selection criteria. These airdrop can have complex criteria like LP participation, DAO votes, or other on-chain behavior. On the end of the day, everything is verified with a ZK proof. Use SP1 today. SP1CC is live audit and provide powering applications like start building next generation application of Ethereum and EVM L1 or L2. A golden age of smart contract development is here, powered by Fusion Power Network is get started here. The Fusion Prover Network. SciSec is live on the Fusion Prover Network. We've been onboarding provers to We have been onboarding provers on the Fusion Prover Network of expanding to the network is handle more complexity. Today is joining the network is multi-node prover running is cluster of GPUs. This means of uh, SciSec will be able to support production workloads of application like ZK, roll-ups, and beyond. The SciSec team are expert in hardware yeah, and is running large scale ZK providing
workloads. They have a long history in ZK, including as architect of the 2023 and as a leading team in the hardware of ZKVM-based ASIC chip, which will be released later this year. We will support SP1 providing when onboarded in this network. The SISIC prover will speed up proofs for all users to the social network. Their deep knowledge of the stack will contribute of making the network significantly stronger. They are one of the earliest teams in the network focusing in hardware, and we are honored to have them join the network. We are onboarding provers into the social network quickly, including team is individual. If you have experience with node operation or has tracking GPU is uh, or are just interested is getting started with proving contact, and we have helped you get set up. Okay, proving world chain, scaling ZK to all human. Sushin and World Foundation have partnered of a validity proof experiment, a first step of proving every transaction on world chain with OPS. Sushin, even the largest roll up can experience the magic of ZK. Moreover, a team can expect state of the art performance uh, pricing off from the decentralized association proven network. World Chain is building the first human centered blockchain. This improves access to the digital economy by empowering real people instead of MEV bots. ZK proofs are central to this mission, and World has been an early adopter. World Proof of Human Protocol World ID uses ZK proofs to allow people to prove their unique humanness online securely, and in Q4 of last year, World Foundation began of investigate ZK proof as a core part of the L1 settlement and decentralization roadmap. After discovering OP's Suchient, World Foundation paid Suchient to prove world chain mine it. The 7 days this bold experiment had on gold, the validity proofs for the largest roll-ups. This experiment unlocked exciting options for the world chain future architecture fast finality by scheduling finality times from 7 days 1 hour or less. World chain can improve key UX live withdrawals by 100x. This help team get to parity web to user journey with is critical of serving their customers and markets. A future proof system because of Suchant of build on SP1, the world's fastest and most production ready ZKVM validity proof are economically viable, i.e. 0.005 per dollar transaction or less, depending of making SP1 more feature rich with tools like two-factor attention. Uh, with this experiment, World Foundation has continued their thought leadership in ZK. If your team wants to follow in their footsteps, please reach up to us anytime. OP Solution is world chain of part of full ZK proving. Proving world chain is no easy feat. The chain is designed to operate of scale with unique like free gases priority block space for humans. This feature makes world chain is compelling destination for both user and builders. The chain is home of ecosystem with almost 5 million MAU and $475 million plus TVL. Much of this growth is an emerging market like Africa and Southeast Asia, where our crypto native products like stablecoin are growing the fastest. As a result, World Chain is now one of the largest OP stock operating for over 8 MGAs in June. In recent days, its only trails OP mined and basis in gas consumption. Given world's trajectory, chain activity will only increase in the future. The resulting solution is incredibly simple and does not touch core of the OP stack like the sequencer, batcher OP node, or OP rollup. Just need to run a single code script to deploy smart contracts that are reasonable for verifying proofs of the state transition function and keeping track of the latest verified state truth. Okay, but proof lies is practice, not theory. World Foundation asked us to the end of the end OP solution in production by running a parallel bridge contract for world chain mining that required serious infrastructure investment of particular we greatly improved to providing system providing proving world chain required over 800 GPUs operating of nearly at nearly 400 mHz of throughput to meet this demand. We built more efficient state management and networking, which allowed us to reliably and up and down as activity enhanced enhanced our monitoring and alerting system. We developed a new metric card prover gas to more estimate proof generation cost, which gives us an into the cost structure. We also more robust playbooks of responding of production incident. We also better tested open source. We discovered several bugs in Kona while running World Chain, and we work with OP Labs to fix and manage hash one, hash two, those uh, issues and release in the process. We also have improved their testing framework. We we view this as a win for the overall health and security of the open secure community. After the Kona fixes, we delivered E2E provings for 7 days with no integration. The parallel bridge contract available here during this process, we achieved a cost structure of $0.0102 per transaction and $0.0184 per MGS. Going forward, we expect another 2.2 minus 3x code reduction from proof system empowerments and similar reduction from investment is on compute. A41 joined the Sushan Proven Network. Today, A41 is joining the Sushan Proven Network as an early proven network as an early prover providing this high performance GPU cluster to the network and solution to consumer throughout the crypto industry and the eighth largest Ethereum validator is expensive into ZKA41 is the choosing to partner with the solution is provide multi-node proof generation services of the network. They will bring their running high validators is cost and uh, for our user for the network that run their proof there are build is a stake of SP1 that can 100 of GPU with this stake and they I have one of the first multi-node provers of the network at peak capacity. A41 prover will be able to easily handle providing of for large-scale proving roll-up workloads and even high-throw workloads. All gaming and all inference is addition of the GPU layer. They are also developing a new driven bank backed that significantly reduce providing cost is across all hardware types. This allows developers of right proving scheme is promising early results. This backend will be open secure soon compute with benchmarks of just how fast they are. I have result performance improvements even a single GPU providing of proving they I have sharing more soon. Their provers are repeatedly coming online of the social prover network. We have already onboarded nearly 200 provers with individual and professional teams joining every day and you are interested contacts and we I have get you set up. Okay, social network proof the world software and Uma Roy Susient, John Gaius Susient, and the purpose of Susient network decentralized protocol that proves that world software the network distributed of provers will generate zero knowledge proofs through a novel incentive called proof content contest of create the world most efficient views providing clustered users submit requests in the form of RISC-V programs with inputs and fees that determine providing priority priority overs and proofs content which are all pay for the right of generate proof with minimal and cost of order and earn fees. The blockchain of with SP1 of ZKVM
The blockchain, the blockchain, both proof contests of the blockchain are with SP1 designed to balance the competing goals of minimizing proving cost while encourage in a decentralized set of provers the natural coordinates of ecosystem for user hardware team is infrastructure operators with crypto economic incentive of participation in the protocol catalyze of global scale infrastructure that drive down the cost of latency of zero knowledge proof generation for all introduction. Okay. Decentralized systems such as a blockchain operate-based distribute consumes multiple parties execute computation of every and the result in exchange blockchains allow to the truthless applications that do not have centralized mediator. This idea was first applied for decentralized money with Bitcoin and then is the truthless computation with Ethereum and AK0 at 113 computation, however, is mostly imposes overhead is a blockchain relative in their centralized computer parts due and to the reason blockchain remain Sushan zero knowledge that keep promise of far forward day in the conveyance of verify to the knowledge of clients such as the application of the program. Figure 1 Executive Proving technology has been repeat progress with optionally private inputs with a proof that is much shorter than the climb itself. BS plus 13, BS plus 14. This allows blockchain to scale their through by separating transaction execution, which is expensive for transaction verification, which can be made cheap through ZK proofs. Only a small fraction of the participants in the system. Ethereum with real-time ZK proofs is the verified cheap, allowing Ethereum is a scaled draw 24 nearly beyond their application for making blockchain scalable of variable computing that enable verified in all systems. The, in, the implication of unique verifiability are wide ranging that today tasks such as identity management is a transaction verification take up the resources of government and global companies with cryptographic computing. It may be possible to vastly reduce overhead. These entities face via protocols that consume certificates and automatically verify correct program education and our private user information. ZK proofs differ from peer-layer cryptography such as digital signatures which enable in the internet in their uh, programmability. They can allow is a verifiable statement about any computation and any private or public inputs, opening the design space of decentralized protocol and business logic involving attention of identity today. Today, there are two important care technology that indicate we are at significant inflection point. The first of the repeat increase of a in practice is ZK proof system, while efficient interactive proof system we are introduced in the 1980s. They remain difficult of use until modern proof system and main significant issue advances is providing overhead cost is a latency, a hollow 20 Plunky 22, Plunky 23 that improving in performance has been is a exponential due to in software and the performance figure one, the second in the program in figure two. Figure two, the social network creates a global distributed providing cluster with a unified experience for user powered by two contest ZQ proving technology for application specific circuit design which the program logic is an circuit branch proposed ZQ virtual machines ZKV and that exciting software figure one. The flexibility of normal programming languages allows for the use of exciting code general purpose ZKVM such as SP1 have allowed blockchain is become early consumers of ZK proving SP124 uh, the both of expansion performance empowerment and general purpose ZKVM suggest a cost of electricity, proving the execution of long-term state transaction in the future as the adoption of ZK technology improving will the electricity, the development of specific large hardware for blockchain use cases and important that providing proving by decentralized with geographically distributed proving operators of addition of home provers we can provide reliability and liveness releasing the ecosystem composed of user provers and infrastructure providers requires global scale and a network that incentive incentivize and ensure that advanced improving technology occur and user this network with a single ZKVM network insurance with the user can write application and a open secure ZKVM that experience continual performance empowerment and hardware teams is infrastructure providers and a unified platform that combine of coordination of competition between provers is and for our creation of maximally efficient network. Social network figure number three, the network via supply the demand creates virtual flywheel of providing infrastructure and the social network introduced the idea is a global distributing providing cluster codes signed with SP1 of powered by a competitive action gene car proof contract to dramatically expand of proving capacity of the world figure to a global distributed proving cluster. The network provides a unified platform of for a user submit proof request for the anyone in the world of provide proving specified provers can join for the network professionally or participate by running more software of users can get high reliability generate for their request proof content the proof content the proof content can contact regarding अच्छा ठीक market structure there are two primary participants in the network application who demand set kept proving ZK proving application with demand ZK proving is a provers who provide proving capacity and infrastructure. The cluster of proof contest jointly induce a market structure with a various flywheels by aggregating supply is a demand figure chain. This incentive global scale competition that developing increased efficient proving infrastructure tight integration. The network kickstarts is a virtual flywheels by integrating supply of demand. The network is architect architect so that any user can permission send request is a unified interface so that any power can join and provide capacity request is a unified interface pricing determined by the proof contest the existence for the free market integrates demand across many applications and supply across many provers. This has a flowing public application. A unified request experience means more efficiency without the negation of supply of demand are likely that the market for the mm, proving up in a house infrastructure over the long run. Application team may not be well positioned to run their own proving infrastructure due to the operational and technical skills involved. Over-the-counter deals are not efficient as the pricing provided by is the aggregated supply chain, reduced integration time, development cost is the generates efficient pieces, transparent pricing infrastructure with transparent pricing providers can build its infrastructure faster and with more currently because their cash flow of more participate the priced financed officially home providers with a low cost of capital is can from a proving goals. The protocol allows for anyone in the world with spare provide proving capacity to join. Often individuals with home GPU and hardware have far smaller capital costs. Larger operators by allowing home provers to participate Following specify we introduced a nation of proving pool which as a third provers that pool their home provers is the permissional participation prover decentralization falls into the market house side is a prove content incentivize global scale competition while maintaining prover decentralized proof contest enable competition between provers. Primary proof contests are designed to enable provers anywhere in the world to participate in the network while computing on proving cost. This is achieved by asking provers on objections to be received by user proof content surface price signals of adjusting their fees is the Finnish market clearing prices for proofs. Price discovery allows for reinvestment. Proof contest pay out of large share of fees by user proof that is a uh, perform the care task well. Provers are incentivized improve their proving infrastructure, allowing them participate in the network in a plug and play fashion. Related to it, the social network draws inspiration from online related works that the use the crypto-economic incentive is a coordinated global scale compute infrastructure build out such a Bitcoin is a while Queen today Bitcoin has a hash rate that exceeds the capacity of the Bird protocol. Bitcoin boots wrapped a decentralized monetary system is incentives have laid a hardware incentive as a specialized energy management infrastructure. It has also led to the creation of large mining pools that allow uh, Cyclone proof contest we are introduced proof content which is an occasion that the request of provers of network are allowed them air fees by uh, due outstanding proof request and the set provers are available user pay or proof request cycle count which is the measure of amount of work required of generate of proof that request and deadline which is the maximum amount of the team or the time of the user dealing forward request of the argument efficiency efficiency the highest is request to the lowest cost proven of the maximum is the surplus of the user of prices provers should compete or offer user refresher prices user experience users should experience transparent competitive prices should be filled within users deadlines with very high reliability over decentralization the should incentive decentralized prover set as the allow form is the provers is a joint application and can be economics for scale. Okay, stable to evaluation allows the straw man is action. Okay, description figure 4 proof conduct ask provers and deposit uh, in order bid request whining provers are uh, assigned proof for complete them within a specified deadline for risk having their shared Okay. What are the requirements of participating CandyDrop? User participating in CandyDrop are required to complete identity verification or click the join button before event page. Only often successful joining will their activity data often be counted. Market makers, enterprise, or institution are not eligible or participate in this event. When will candies be distributed? Offer for completing tasks. Candy will be distributed within 1 and 3 hours after user complete task. Please log in and check the candies update from Candy Drop after three hours. Okay, what is the price pool sharing and why are there no candy rewards? Price pool sharing means that users who reach the activity and their hold through their transaction volume and required amount during to the event can share the total reward pool and there before there are no candy rewards. What are the first sport and first figure trading task. User would have never conducted any sport of futures trading after joining Gate can climb these tasks by making their first sport figure trade for the specified token and reaching the trading volume requirement during the event period. User can complete the task of receive event to reward. Setting bound number in order incentives competitive bidding. The protocol can also include lower bound or bytes that can be increased over time. This means that the qualities of rovers, therefore, the both experience by requesters improve, providing pools of the hardware teams jointly have improved their hardware is approving software to be able as a participate in the application. These entry costs ensure the requesters receiver cost effective proving our performance improves. Okay. Cost over one of a proof generated by a given prover from being copied by another prover to make use prover addresses information. This main the main property we see in that for any AK is equal to AI. I should be the case of protocol is a decentralized proof from prover is an double and therefore a prover cannot simply reuse proof posted by another prover. Unique nonces refuse second is a perfect prover for the refusing of generated request time. This nonce can be enabled to for the underlying proof system and can be used as any on-chain verifier of check that the proof of and any the protocol from prover that prover cannot refuse for onward analysis and incentives. We now distribute several important figures for the incentives that proves the contest for up and how they solve the problem focused of the considered how to all the features traders of course computation or decentralization or the say be resistant for the how pro contains increase by breaking the content found in mining prover competition. The prover contest induced competition to prove by of request the elegance of provers request incentives with the key required that the participate for the first order where prover decentralization the allocation introduced by full contracts the participate and the basic behind previous attempts in the blockchain is the achieve decentralized set is the survive providers such as miners in Bitcoin, validators in Ethereum and block builders in the education tickets and distribute of NGR a 24. While this should result rule of pro contest with is equal to 1 allo contest proves the proportional for their bytes. And this has effect that over there will increase the total amount for the bytes which is would decrease the expected likelihood is the mining for each dollar they are already with the 100% fees because often are profitable on the margin for small buyers for a bit more than zero and some sometimes allocate to the less efficient provers. They will generally result in the should be to the balance of long-term benefits of the prover driver city against in the immediate benefits of prover efficiency. Stable resistance that prove condenses the decentralized provers from split required requiring provers to put out the we can compute the utility the provers from the modified. Okay guys, I have to go. Network architecture have introduced to the proof contest. We are turned to big questions for how implement the network in practice is an application-specific blockchain. The first reduced determination resistance is the application-specific blockchain is the dedicated of finger